daily duties, bosses, subordinates, clients, customers, colleagues, investors, associates, and fellow meditators. Bless even those who think they are our enemies and miscreants, if any, that they too must change their heart and live in peace, prosperity, and harmony. Vedatriyam propounded by our Guru Sri Vedatri Maharishi, be blessed by the divine, be blessed by the divine, be blessed by the divine. The World Community Service Center, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. The Temple of Consciousness at RDR, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. All the meditation centers and the trusts around the world, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. We shall not hurt anyone in body, mind, or soul. We shall help those who are hurt. We shall not hurt anyone in body, mind, or soul. We shall help those who are hurt. We shall not hurt anyone in body, mind, or soul. We shall help those who are hurt. May the whole world live in peace, prosperity, and harmony. World Prayer. May the leaders of every nation intuitively attain divine realizations. The boundaries of all nations guarded by a force common to every country. May all men live without rancor or fear, working for a living, all wars disappear. May the people all over the world find lasting peace which fills their mind. Rain blessing. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells, and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells, and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells, and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May peace prevail within us. May peace prevail around us. May peace prevail all over the world. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Rub your palms gently together, place them over your eyes, and then gently wipe the face with the palms. Raise the hands over your head. Take a gentle, deep breath and release it. Bring the hands down sideways. Open your eyes gently and look at your palms and bless your Guru and bless all the people who are meditating along with you. Be blessed by the divine.
Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity. After experiencing the divine nature through Duryatita meditation a short while ago, it's now time for us to hear spiritual thoughts. We are happy to have Sky Professor Naresh Babu with us today. Professor Naresh Babu has been associating with Sky Yoga Services for more than 20 years at Singapore and New Delhi. Sir handles Sky Yoga classes in Tamil, English, and Hindi. He also manages the weekly online Sky quiz for the last 2 years and has translated Swamiji's Valkai Malargal, Naal or Narchindane as Daily a Noble Thought in English. At present, he is rendering his divine service as Secretary of Delhi NCR Sky Trust. Professionally, he is heading the Indian Treasury function of a Japanese bank in New Delhi. I now invite Professor Naresh Babu to enrich us on the topic, Can We See God? Be blessed by the divine.
Vazhga Valamudan. Salutations to Guru, salutations to Master Vedatri Maharishi. Thank you all for listening to this, one of the interesting topic and questions to everyone we would have faced in the past. What is that? Why to see God? Are we curious? Yes, of course. Everyone will be, if it is asked the question, do you want to see the God? Yes, we will be wanting to see the God. Then if you ask, for what purpose you want to see the God? Why do you want to see the God? Then the question answers to these questions will be a little bit past. Even if no, you tell me now right away, I want to show you the God, then they'll say, yeah, this, that, and all. Everything would be landing to where? Some jugaad, right? The word which was added in the Oxford Dictionary last year representing India. Jugaad, generally people understand in North much, in South, it's equivalent to setting, right? What? I have some small pain in my hand. If you know the God, if you can see the God, please help me to clear this. Or my business is not going good. So if I can see the God, I will go and request him that please help me, let me do my business better. Is this what we want to see the God? Or is the God who would be doing all these things when we ask for? Just look at how we are evaluating the God, how we are requesting God, how we are utilizing God in our day to day activities. Simply, the great philosophers of Indian subcontinent are the super psychologists. Why they have created temples, why they have created mantras, why they have created God. If you analyze it, Swamiji Vedatri Maharshi gives a perfect perspective on that, like why the temples are built, why the God forms are created. It is the energy centers. If you look at each kind of goddess or god what we pray, the large philosophy of tantras and yantras, mantras are being used there. What does it mean? It is simply like once you pronounce certain character, say is starting from the tongue, ending at mouth. E, it's starting from throat, ending at your mouth. Like that, on the each and every characters, however we are pronouncing, it actually comes into your how much cubic feet of air you are releasing, and that kind of cubic air of feet, if released, what kind of vibration it is creating around you. Because in this world, in this universe, everything is in wave. Whatever you think, whatever you talk, whatever you are visualizing in your mind, whether you communicate to other or not, everything is going in the form of wave, right? So when something you are doing, the action by releasing some cubic feet of air, that is creating a vibration around you, which makes you to achieve the purpose what you want to. So accordingly they calculated the amount of air what you are releasing, then put the characters. Okay, first this character needs to come, then the second character needs to come, then third it has to come. Like that they did the super mathematics, the big data, what we are calling now as a big data. They did all those things and then customized and systemized the practice what we want, we are currently using in the pujas. So what then, how it will be giving the benefit? It would give the benefit provided you correctly pronounce the mantra and use the right yantra. So this is not just taken out from thin air, but it is pure scientific base they have designed. So if I don't know the correct pronunciation, if I do some wrong pronunciation, what it would happen? It would give the effect of the amount of cubic feet of air you released, right? It will not be like giving the intention what you are asking for. So that is where we have a larger issue. So just look at the status, right? So if you think of goddess Saraswati, how it looks like, it has a book, it has a veena. So for the arts and education, who wants to progress themselves, go to the goddess Saraswati, pray for it, and you increase or you enhance yourself to that level. Why? When you are praying also, you are focusing and applying your mind on that particular character, that particular image. So you are also, as per the mutation theory, slowly transforming into that. So that is the yantra there. Then what is the mantra here? The Saraswati shloka. So if you rightly pronounce it, obviously the guy who is studying will get the full benefit out of it. Similarly, look at Lord Mahalakshmi. What exactly? She is the goddess. She is the goddess of wealth. How does she look like? The ornaments are like glittering, all your gold coins will be always pouring in, and your diamond necklaces and everything. Why? When you think of it, when you are looking at those images, those yantras, time and again, you yourself are getting transformed into that particular state. So, if you want to materially prosper, if you want to earn more wealth, then pray the goddess Lakshmi. That is how the each characters have been coming into our practices and make us to believe. And we can derive the benefit also, provided we know the perspective, provided we comply with the standards in a proper way. But if we don't, then the results will also be to the extent we are performing it. Similarly, it is not just Indian system. Look at anywhere in the world, right? The same, you go to say Delphi Maxims, which is there in the Greece, showing the cradle of the culture to the whole world. There are also proper temples of Apollo and all those things. There you have the odd good things are incarnated there, right? Inscriptions are saying, know thyself, which is our Mahavakya. Who am I, right? So similarly, how this is evolved over a period of time is the people who realize the God, when they want to explain to the others, there are no proper words to explain to everyone. So it is because it is not easy to characterize, it is not easy to document, it is not easy to put in words for anyone to explain how the God looks like, or how the nature looks like, or how the divinity looks like. So they took the examples, they took certain characteristics and made this is how the divinity looks like, this is how the nature looks like, this is how the God looks like. Good for the people who realized, who rightly understood. But what happened? It's not that everyone is intellectually advanced to that level to grasp everything in the similar fashion how the speaker said. So, whatever they understood, that has become the God. But if you look at all the holy scripts, they are always said, be it Bible, be it Quran, be it Vedas, it is said that the God Himself has written it. Believe me, how many languages could have been existing in those periods all over the world? How can the God take into some particular shape, learn that language, and write the holy scripts? It is not perfectly fitting into the logic. There only our Guru, Yogiraj Vedatri Maharshi, rightly gives the correct perspective. What Maharshi says? Maharshi says is all the holy saints whomsoever we are considering, it is not that they are some individual who have developed the skill set and have established the religion or the order. No, it is the people's wish. People demand. They want that this is what I require, this is what I require. So when several people in that particular area look for certain thing and ask for that need in their mind time and again to fulfill their needs, nature chooses someone, through them it reveals its secrets. So they became the masters and explained the order of virtues to the people to follow, so that their demands are met and they can lead a healthy and peaceful life. So, what exactly it is? It is nothing but the wishes of the people, which is fulfilled by the nature by choosing someone as the master to convey it to everyone. So, if you look at when they realize that position and document all those things, when someone asks them, have you written this? They say, no, I have not written, because the ego does not exist there. So they say, I have not written. The God Himself has written all these scriptures, so all these Vedas. So that is where this all the holy scriptures are claimed to be written by God, but it is written by the human being syncing their frequency with the divine state to convey to the people what they are looking for. That is how all across the world these things came in. But then why there are differences? Why there are religious clashes? Simply it is because the people who follow that, see again here, like Maharshi said, no one has set the order that I am establishing religion, I am establishing Hinduism, I am establishing Christianism. They did not say that. They have only explained the value of the virtues and the order for everyone to follow. When they have said that, people found it useful, people found this would be the guiding factor for the next generation. They claim that okay, this is the great saint, this is the great guru, he has said that in his name let the teachings be known to the world. That is how all the religions have been written. It is not that I have established, no one claimed. The disciples, in the name of the master, they documented it and set the order, and the things were started to move in. Then what happened? After some generation, the people who are not capable of or not qualified to reach the head of the religious position, but when they reached for any other reason, they could not realize the divinity, they could not realize the God. So whatever their understanding, they started to explain, they started to tell to everyone. That is where the intolerance started. No, my religion is better, my principles are better, yours is inferior, mine is superior, and all those clashes started. For that, humanity has lost n number of lives till the time what we are talking about. Even if you look at the history, it's all talking about the wars, and in majority of the things, it is the war on account of religion. Why? If people could have realized, could have come to the reconciled state, then they would be not ending up war or harming or hurting each other. Rather, they would be finally looking at the God at each and every place. That is what it is. Now come back to our topic, right? If suppose, for example, we show some, see, there are certain methods by which you can show what you want to show to the others, which are not the mantric methods, what you can say, but that is not the right one, but it is a kind of creating an illusion by which the guys who are sitting at will look at what you want to show. You would have heard like Black Taj Mahal was shown by some magicians like that. Not just Black Taj Mahal, there are several things. By developing certain art, by developing certain technique, you can project something by certain techniques, which the people who are sitting in front of you can see what you want to show, right? But using, say, for example, that technique, and we show the God, what the guy who is looking at will say, no, 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 this guy I have seen at some other place. He cannot be that God. So for our mind, when we say Lord Shiva, it is Shivaji Ganeshan in Thiruvilayadal, right? He has to, the snake has to roaming around his neck. And if we say Lord Rama, it is Arun Govil in Ramayana, what we are looking at TV, right? He has to always hold his bow and arrow. Suppose if it is holding tight, he keep his bow and arrow down, we will not consider him as Lord Rama, right? Because that is how we conditioned our mind. If it is Lord Rama, he has to hold bow and arrow on his hand. If it is Lord Hanuman, he has to hold Gada in his hand. Otherwise, we will not consider him as a Lord God, right? So that is how we are customizing ourselves, and we have kept in our mind so strong. No, this is what God, this is what God, like that. So in reality, that is not what the God is. They are just simply examples. So that is why each temple, when you look at the face of each god, the same god may be different in some other temple. Why? Because it's all the imagination of the sculpture who is kind of creating that shape. So, as per his wish, as per his mind force, he is customizing that statue. So, that is why we are seeing, but we end up believing that that is what how the gods looks like. Is it logical? Think through that, you get the right answer there. But then, can we say that there is no God? Does God does not exist? No. Maharishi clearly says, and he gives a very simple example for all of us to relate. What is that? Whenever we eat food, it is transformed into saptadhatu, 7 ingredients, right? Food, juice, blood, fat, bone marrow, and seed cells. Correct? So, who is doing that? If we give, say, 1 spoon of, not 1 spoon, let's give one tiffin box of the cooked food to any doctor or any scientist, tell them to give 1 spoon of blood. Can they give them? No, they cannot give, because that is where the science stops. That is where the nature or God functions there. So even whatever we eat, digesting and creating the energy levels, how our physical body need to function, everything is the act of God. It is not just that simple example. It actually gives a clear perspective how the God looks, how the God functions, and what are its activities, and who we are in this great magic show. Are we characterized, basically are we given by commands by someone who is writing the program? Yes, but here the code writers are we ourselves. Whatever we think, whatever we do, we get the results based on that. So when we understand that, we can slowly move into the next level. That is where Swamiji kind of keeps the who am I kind of the open topics in the introspection advanced level in our Sky Yoga system. What exactly we are talking there? We are just kind of explaining why, who, what, all those questions put back, like first to assess ourselves. There also, Maharshi gives very nice example of apple. What it is, if you look at the apple may look like in a very nice red color Shimla apple. Wow, yeah, it will be very tasty. But then slowly raise your thinking level and ask what it is made up of. It is made up of the atoms, fundamental energy particle. On the combination of those energy particles, it looks like apple. Then, if in that scenario, if you throw the apple into the fire, what it happens? The solids just burns and it just kind of vanishes away from the scene. So what happened to the apple? What happened to the energy particles? Those energy particles, as it appears apple, they come together and appear to us as an apple. The moment the heating is happening, the energy particle segregates themselves and they go back to that original states or transforms into other state. So we are missing the apple. Correct? But then elevate your thought process. You are saying this apple as a combination of fundamental energy particle. What is energy particle? Energy particle is also the act of the static force because of its compressive surrounding self pressure. When it starts to rotate, it has become the first fundamental energy particle. Then combination of them, combination and the rotation, all the panchabhutas, the 5 basic elements, what we are looking at are available. So anything and everything we see in the universe are made up of the panchabhutas, and all in the bhutas, it is nothing but the combination of fundamental energy particle, and the fundamental energy particle itself is the static force, the divine, the God, the Almighty. Its movement, its rotation is the energy particle. So when we realize this, not just as a theory, but as a truth, when we realize it, there we could able to see the God anywhere and everywhere, right? So which is the object which is not made up of fundamental energy particle? Nothing in the entire universe. So then how it is, the fundamental energy particle came? It is nothing but the same divine state on its surrounding self-compressive pressure transformed into energy particle. So whatever the objects we are seeing, whoever the person we are interacting, all the inanimate, animate are made up of the same divine source which made us also. So where to see the God? See the God at each and everything. Then when you are realizing and elevating you to that particular level, there the love and compassion becomes your natural habit. This is what told in all our holy scripts as well, right? If you look at Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, what he say? I am the sound, I am the light, I am the Paramanu, and I am the whole universe. Whoever is able to see me everywhere and in everything is not away from me, I am not away from him. See the value of these words, right? How it makes, see, Krishna means what? It's dark, right? So the color of the divinity, the static force, what Vedatri Maharshi says, it is also dark, right? So from the darkness only everything is evolved, and Lord Krishna is also in Bhagavad Gita projected to be the everything. But unfortunately, when we want to explain to the others, there all the stories came and the original essence is lost. Whether the stories are not good? No, they are good, because for the people who can think, who can meditate, who can reduce their mental frequency, who can sync with the universe and realize the secrets, meditation is the perfect thing. Non-duality is the ultimate principle to know. But for the children, for the people who cannot elevate their mindset to these kind of levels and standards, they cannot be taught the stuff. So these gods, these mantras, these yantras all came. What is the purpose? It is to tell the children, if you do something wrong, God will come and hit you. God will come and kill you. So, okay, then I should not do the wrong. Is it wrong? It's perfectly right. Because all the people you cannot elevate, it is important that you set the system so that the children and the other people who can't realize can understand. So this all the statues, all the pujas are no harm, but they are beneficial provided we correctly understand the perspective, apply them in our day-to-day life, right? So look at from the another perspective. Who has created this universe? The same. You call it as a God, you call it as a nature, you call it as a divine. It's your interpretation. But the same force which has created everything, right? So then what we do? We give back to the God our hair, right? Maybe if for some medical reasons you go and do the mundan, which is okay. But can we say that, can we bargain with the God? You do me this favor, I do it to you. Is he a merchant? What Swamiji says is God or divinity is a pauper. Why? Because whatever he has given everything to us. He doesn't hold anything in him, anything with him. So at this situation, if we go and ask, you give me, I give you that, is that the right way to deal with the God? Is the right way to negotiate with the God? So keep this question on your mind, then you will slowly elevate to the process, right? So that is where the principles what taught by Vedatri Maharshi comes to hand on everyone at any point in time. So how to make it, okay, first we understood as theory, but how to elevate ourselves and as practice? Simple. Even if you are preparing a roti or preparing a donut or preparing a dosa, okay, this dosa is made up of rice and urad. What are the rice and urad? They are the combination of energy particles. How the energy particles came? It is because of the static force. So this dosa is also God. This roti is also God. Those who made it, it's maybe your life partner, or maybe your mother, or maybe your maid, or maybe your guy delivered from Swiggy. But uh, who are they? They are also combination of energy particle, and they are also the transformation of static force. So they are also God. So when you start to look at each and everything, each and every person, oh, this is also a transformation, that is also the transformation, then you can see the God anywhere and everywhere. Then it won't be remaining with you as theory, but as a transformation of knowledge in yourself, in the consciousness. Even these things are also explained to us in the stories of the our mythological stories. I simply quote one small example in the story where the story goes like this: Avayar sitting in some temple and showing his leg towards the Lord Shiva statue there. So someone comes and asks, why you are showing, like you are sitting like this, showing your leg and feet to Lord Shiva? Then Avayar replies to him, okay, fine, I could understand your sentiment. You told me to shift the leg, okay, I will shift. But you tell me one direction where Lord is not there, where we can't have the Lord Shiva, then that direction I will keep my legs and sit here. The person who is somehow matured but not fully, he then asked the question, then he bowed his hand and said, Avaya, okay, sorry, Lord Shiva is everywhere. It is not only in the statue or not only in the Garbhagraha. Pardon me. So what does this story tells us? The story, through this simple story, our forefathers wanted to explain to us that God is everywhere. But in the hundreds of stories, such very valuable stories are getting lost. And so we are always like going into the strong inscriptions in our mind. If God, God looks like this. If God, God looks like that. So coming back to our question, can we see God? If we follow the principles of Vedatri Maharshi, follow the Sky Yoga system, do the physical exercise and make the body proper, then sit on the meditation so that your body can cooperate. Once you do meditation, then start doing the introspection, do the analysis, because unless you do meditation, these things will just appear as like 10 theories: Big Bang theory, Darwin theory, and Vedatri Maharshi theory. No, you have to get it not as a bookish knowledge. It needs to be transformed from the universe, because all these things are already there in our genetic center, because we are also part of the same journey. Then you can see the God as well, you can show the God. That is the beauty of our Sky Yoga system. Not just you can see, but also you can show the God to everyone who wants to see. With this, I conclude my speech here. I thank very much as President SKM for providing such an opportunity to exchange the views, and Professor Krishmurli Ishwar for facilitating these kind of events, so that we daily we sync with Maharshi and we sync with his noble thoughts, and we can proceed on our life to achieve the purpose of life. Thank you all. Vazhga Valamudan.
Be blessed by the divine. We thank you, sir, for enhancing our mind about God. Professor has beautifully explained how our ancestors made people to worship God by building temples, and asked us to focus mind on what we want in life for the betterment of our life. To get enough wealth, we need to worship the goddess Lakshmi. Like that. That is why our Maharishi has created the Sankalpa, which we are saying at the end of meditation on daily basis. The Veda and Upanishads and other religious texts are the treasures given by the saints and sages during their intense meditation. They were the realized souls. They are the representative of the God. So, Sir has explained, God is everywhere. It is within us also. We have to dive in. And finally, he expressed, if we follow Vedatriyam, we can definitely realize God within us. We thank you very much, sir. Now the forum is open for the question and answer session. Please click the raise hand button in your Zoom app to ask questions to our dear professor. We have a few important announcements before starting the question and answer session. We are happy to inform you that you can now access Kayakalpa Yoga online course in the palm of your hands. Visit kayakalpayoga.edu.in to download our Android app. We invite you to download Unboli magazine in your Android phone at unboli.in and pay a small fee to access all premium content. If you are an Unboli subscriber, you can access rare audios of our Guruji in Unboli app. We invite generous donations for the World Community Service Center. You can donate through Unboli app or on our official website at vedatri.edu.in. Your donations will help us to sustain Swamiji's divine work during these difficult times when all our sky centers are locked down. Now, let us begin the question and answer session. Sheshachalam, please proceed.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Vazhga Valamudan.
This is Seshachalam from Coimbatore. You have given an extraordinary deliberation on God. Really, we are thankful, sir. And one small question that you said that regarding how we are putting the leg in directions. Putting leg in one direction because Bhagavan is in all the directions. I was not able to understand that. Can I just brief it?
Okay, so this is a simple story. The story is like that. Avayar was sitting in the temple on that particular day, and the Garbhagraha where generally the Bhagwan Murtis also are all there, right? She was just sitting there, like directions of the legs were showing towards the god. Generally, it is said in the temple that if you are sitting, don't show the leg towards the main statues, right? So that is how someone went to Avayar and asked, why you are showing your legs to, you are sitting in that particular posture, showing the legs to the Lord. You just turn the other way around so that the leg is not shown to the God as a mark of respect. Then there the philosophy comes. She says, okay, I can turn my legs to some other direction, but tell me which direction the Lord is not there. Then he realized, okay, Lord is every direction. It is not just in the statue, not just in the Garbhagraha. It is at all the places. So the question of keeping the legs toward that particular direction doesn't logically go.
Thank you, sir.
Am I sounding correct, sir? You could able to make it out? Vazhga Valamudan.
Thank you, sir. Mariyappan.
Vazhga Valamudan, sir.
When will our kindness becomes God?
Come again, sir.
When will our kindness becomes God?
Okay, sir. It is not that at some time or some level we become God. We are God. Everyone is transformation of the God. But the qualities what we acquire, the personality it is. So once we kind of remove those unwanted qualities in us, we are also equal to God. So that's why Swamiji Vedatri Maharshi gives the formula. The difference between the God and the man is simple. There are three impurities: ego, sinful imprints, and illusion. Once we clear them, there is no difference between we and the God.
Be blessed by the divine. Arulidi Manikantan.
Sir, Vazhga Valamudan, sir. You What an excellent voice, divine voice. I have one. Everything and everything in the universe is wave. வைப்ரேட்ல இருக்கு. அது வந்து டிவைனுடைய வைப்ரேஷன். இப்போ நம்ம இருக்கிற அந்த வைரஸ் அப்படிங்கிறதும் டிவைன் வேவ்ஸ் தானே. அது எந்த அதை நம்ம ஹேண்டில் பண்றோம், சமுதாய லெவலில் அதை ஹேண்டில் பண்ணிக்கிறோம். அப்படி ரெண்டாவது வந்து இந்த இந்த நாளைக்கு சதுர்த்தி அப்படின்னு விநாயகருக்கு ஏன் அந்த முகத்தை கொடுக்கணும், சதுர்த்தி சூஸ் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறதையும் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுங்க சார்.
Vazhga Valamudan, sir. Okay, first virus part, right? So the nature, the divinity, the almighty, the God who has created you and me has created the same virus as well. Again, as we said, it's a fraction demands, totality supplies. When several people are creating the evil thoughts, bad thoughts, that I need to push that guy, I need to push this guy, all these things, imprints are stored in the universal magnetism, and that needs to come as a natural calamity to clear off the people, what Vedatri Maharshi says. So be it flood, be it earthquake, be it tsunami, it is not that just God wants to create to punish. No, it is our own bad thoughts, our own ill thoughts, which are stored in the universal magnetism, which needs to be cleared. They are coming as a hardship and pain to everyone. So how to protect ourselves? Just do the steps what given by Vedatri Maharshi. Do the physical exercise, do the meditation, improve your immunity. No virus can be harming you, because there is no medicine for the virus. For the virus, only way is this, to improve your immunity. By mutating the virus, they are inserting it back, and that's how all the medicines for the virus have been found so far, which applies to this also. Now, the second question is, why on Chaturthi we have to do this specific puja? See, these rituals are made for the people to follow certain order. What exactly? Suppose on this particular day, see, what is Chaturthi? Chaturthi is nothing but the astronomical calculation between the new moon and full moon, how many days it is passing through. So the distance between the sun and moon is actually given each day, Pratama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, like that. So the fourth day from the new moon on the and fourth day from the full moon is also considered as a Chaturthi on both the sides. So why here the ritual? Ritual is nothing but just making a practice, so that okay, every 15 days or every month I do this particular puja, or I do that particular ritual, by which whatever my sankalpa or whatever my demand, I give more force to that and I get the thing what we want to. So it is just conditioning our mind to this ritual practices have been started. So that is what the relationship you can provide. Other than that, on each specific day, like you said Chaturthi, because these are all astronomical calculation, the radiation and all those things varies. So to condition that, what you do, then you can get more benefit. That's how the rituals have been started. So whether the rituals will give all benefit, the answer may be yes, or the answer may not be yes, but it is your belief which makes you to gain all those benefits. Vazhga Valamudan.
Thank you, sir. Rajamanikam.
Yeah, Vazhga Valamudan.
Vazhga Valamudan.
Hello. Yeah, Vazhga Valamudan. I am Raju from Kaveripatnam. Hello.
Yes,
Please
sir.
proceed, sir.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead with
Hello.
the question. Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Vazhga Valamudan.
Okay. Oh, very nice. Thank you, sir. Today you have dealt very nicely, very artly. And I have got a very small doubt, clarification. How to realize the God and when to realize the God. Everything is explained. But how to understand there is a realization in the God.
Okay.
Hello?
Simple. We hear you, sir. Is the question over?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, it's very simple. follow all the Sky Yoga activities, complete all the sessions, foundation course till the Brahma Gyan course. Brahma Gyan is nothing but the knowledge of God. Brahma means God, Gyan means knowledge. So knowledge of God is Brahma Gyan. There the theory will be taught to you. Then you have to practice yourself, then convert that theory into your practical consciousness. Vazhga Valamudan.
Vazhga Valamudan. This is Krish Murli Ishwar. Please permit me to give an additional answer to this gentleman's question. How do we sense God? How do we see God? First, if anything needs to be sensed, our frequency must be below the frequency of that which we wish to sense. I'll give you a couple of examples. How do we sense sugar in a drink? If your tongue is in a neutral condition, supposing you have not tasted anything, you have had your dinner or you have had your lunch quite some time back, you have a neutral sense of taste in your tongue, and then you drink that cup of drink with sugar in it, you can sense that sugar in the drink. But if you swallow or if you chew something sweet, say a spoon of sugar, you put it into your mouth, and immediately thereafter you take that cup of drink with sugar in it and drink it, you cannot taste it. For instance, after a spoon of sugar, you take coffee, the coffee will taste bitter. So the only way to get back to sensing the sugar in that coffee is to wait for some time for the frequency of magnetic conversion in your tongue to come back to normalcy, or give an antidote, give something sour or give something spicy, and then taste the coffee, you will be able to sense the sugar. So your frequency must always be below the frequency of the happenings or occurrences or things that you wish to sense. What is the frequency of the Almighty Force God? It is so subtle that we cannot see it with our eyes. We cannot smell God with our nose. We cannot taste God with our tongue. We cannot hear God with our ears. We cannot touch God with our skin and perceive it. The only way to experience God is through inner travel. The mind, which works usually in a beta state of frequency above 14 cycles per second, must be brought below 14 cycles to alpha and further below to theta from 4 to 7 and further below to delta from zero point 0.5 to 3 cycles per second. This is possible only through Kundalini meditation. No other form of meditation or no other form of worship or prayer or chanting or pranayama or yoga techniques will allow us to go to such subtle delta level of frequency between 0.5 and 3 cycles per second. Only when our mind is expanded up to the universe and goes beyond that and merges with the all-pervasive surrounding pressure force, which is all-penetrative, all-knowing, omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent pressure force or the almighty force. The frequency can go down to that delta frequency. Only then, sir, you will be able to sense God. For this, meditation alone is the only possible way. And even in that, not every meditation will help you to reach this state. Only the Kundalini meditation, that too, the simplified form of Kundalini meditation systematized and gifted to us by our Guru, will help us. Be blessed.
Thank you, professors, for the detailed explanation. We will take up another 2 or 3 questions. Kirtana,
Hello, sir. Vazhga Valamudan. So at the end of your speech, you just said Vedatriyam, by practicing Vedatriyam, it is possible for us to show God to others as well. So can you be a bit elaborate on that particular line?
Vazhga Valamudan. What Vedatri Maharishi's nice principles or the way the Sky Yoga system is, he elevated everyone to be the level of masters to teach the others. It is the sadhana marg, not the bodhana marg. So here, if once you practice, once you reach that state, you would be kind of master who can support the others to understand and realize what the Vedatriyan concepts are. How that is where I said that suppose you follow these practices regularly, then your body is fit, mind is fit, your analysis is going good, then you can realize this truth, then you can see the God. It is not that just it is limited with you, then the system provides an opportunity for you to help the others to follow the path and realize. So it is not just limited that you can only see the God, but you can also make the others by teaching these valuable practices. By following that, they can also see the God. That's why I summarize that you can see the God as well, you can show the God in Sky Yoga system.
be blessed by the divine. Meherwani,
Yes, sir. Blessed by the divine, sir. This is actually a view from my point. I would like to clarify a few things, sir. I'm almost 50, sir, now 50. Before my marriage, I was in Jnana Margam because of my father. That's why I'm called Meherwani, Meher Baba. He was silent for 44 years. He was a guru in Maharashtra. After my marriage, by God's grace, I got married through the Swamiji's method in 96. And after that, through my husband, I was introduced to Sky Yoga. We have been following this. My view is that out of all these years, whoever is in Jnana Margam, at least my experience in my circle, we seem to be isolated in the society, sir. Even in our mandrams, because we don't have any rituals in our house till now, till today. We don't follow any ritual except our meditation method, nothing else. Even in our mandram, people are not able to understand us fully, and we seem to be isolated everywhere. What do you think is the reason for this, sir? I know I am going to achieve it, the mark I am following, but the present society, the society we live in, is not able to accept us fully. Vazhga Valamudan.
Vazhga Valamudan. Meherji, you had put the very deep questions. Is simple here. The thing is, the path, if we are traveling, if some road is being constructed, till the time the construction is complete, it would be little bit problematic for all the travelers, which you would have experienced in all the towns and cities. Same is the case here, but we should not be diverting our actions, our focus, just because people are not like following. It is very easy to market some bhajans or the statues or the photos, but that is not our principle, that is not our idea. It is okay even if we are going slowly, but steadily is important, not diverting from the path shown by the Guru. Guru has very nicely customized, structured, and gave it to us. So let's practice it. When we are doing sincerely, whatever the changes happening to us, looking at those changes, people will come and join and then benefit themselves. So I think we should just stick to the path suggested by our Guru Vedatri Maharshi. Things will fall on its own place. It takes time. All good things takes time to achieve it. So we will achieve it. Vazhga Valamudan.
be blessed by the divine. We will have the final question of the day. ATD. The name with ATD, please proceed. Vimala R.
Good evening, sir. I have two questions, sir. One, I am in the service field, sir. I am practicing my Maunam for 3 days in a week. Since it is been locked down, in the Zoom, I am making the meditation, the yoga bandhus. Can I do this during Maunam?
What kind of yoga paddhatis you are referring, ma'am?
Sir, Kundalini yoga only, sir.
Yeah, certainly. You should and you can.
Okay.
Maunam does not stop you to do any of these activities.
Okay, sir. It won't disturb my Maunam.
No, not at all.
And second question is, I am the third child for my parents. Why should I only get this Kundalini yoga, not the other two children's?
Okay. Vazhga Valamudan. See, maybe all the children's carry forward Sanchita karma could be the same, but Prarabdha karma from the age of 3 till this current moment, whatever you are done may not be same for the other two people, right? Other two children. That is where it could have made the difference. That is logic number one. Logic number two, even if our genetic center carries n number of imprints, all that won't come into action at every moment. Certain times something may come and several times it could have been suppressed. So this could have also been possible that you are progressing on Kundalini Yoga, Sky Yoga system, others may not. But you bless them, they will also be joining in the race at some point in time.
Thank you very much, sir, for patiently answering the questions and sharing your insights and divine thoughts. Dear friends, let us all put our minds together to thank the professor. Please close your eyes and come to Duriya state. Professor Naresh Babu, be blessed by the divine. His good health, be blessed by the divine. His loving family, be blessed by the divine. His divine service, be blessed by the divine. Dear aspirants, we are happy to bring the following online programs live from Alia Temple of Consciousness tomorrow. Morning 6 a.m. we have exercises in Tamil. At 7 a.m. we have 9 center meditation in Tamil. By 7:30 a.m. we have 9 center meditation in English. And by 11 a.m. we have speech in English by Senior Professor Dr. V.S. Ilamurugan on the topic Davam Seivar, Tam Karmam Seivar. Evening 6 p.m. we have Duryatita meditation in Tamil. By 7:30 p.m. we have Duryatita meditation in English. By 7:55 p.m. we will have speech in English by Professor Dr. S. Jayaprakash on the topic Mind and Computers, the Vedatrian Perspective. Dear Sky aspirants, we thank you for joining us today. We thank our beloved President Padma Shri Arulnidhi S.K. Mailanandan for guiding and mentoring us with the broad aim of achieving towards world peace on the path laid out by our Guru Sri Vedatri Maharishi. Please share the details of our programs with your friends and family. Let the whole world benefit from these positive sessions. See you all tomorrow. This is Ramesh from the All-Year World Community Service Center IT team. Be blessed by the divine. Good night.